Hello. Let me greet you from all the participants of CryptoForum Russia. Thank you for coming to us and having invested time in this. What I would like you to talk about is the experience of Liberland, how you came up with this idea, and secondly, with the cryptocurrencies, how they are regulated in your state. So
it's great to be here in Russia, Moscow. I'm here physically just a couple of days before the cryptocurrency forum happens on Adam Smith event. And Liberland was created because I think you can see all types of improvements, and there is a development in every spectrum of human action. But unfortunately, we don't see much development in the terms of the way we govern our societies. I think Bitcoin is a great example of a radical improvement in money, and it's a very good example on how state is getting obsolete in terms of issuing and maintaining money. And Liberland wants to be a good example for other states to show how the state actors should behave in this new environment where we get all these amazing technologies such as cryptocurrency, smart contracts. And that's why we are cooperating with so many of them. That's why I'm happy that we've got leaders from all of these industries on board with us. Just to name a few, we've got Roger Ver as our main partner. He was one of the very first investors into Bitcoin and Bitcoin-related industries. We've got people that started color coins. We've got, for example, Bitvala sitting at our representative office in Berlin, which is one of the leaders in issuing cryptocurrency-backed credit cards. So I'm very happy that so many leaders in these advanced technological solutions for the financial industry have joined Liberland, and that Liberland is such a nice hub for these people where they can also interact. And we want to be beta testers for all these technologies, and we want to show the world the future.
Sounds great. Could you explain a bit more how cryptocurrencies are regulated in Liberland? So, from the law point of view.
We don't regulate cryptocurrencies. I don't think there is any necessity to regulate. We are preparing very basic guidelines how banks should be started in Liberland. But as well, just the whole concept of banking, the more we think about it, the more we dig into this, the whole system of banking is getting kind of obsolete. But we also want to be a hub, a point where the old and the new world meets. So there is lots of bank institutions that are interested in starting their business in Liberland right now, and we want to facilitate that. If somebody wants to get like a proper banking license, wants to get a SWIFT code, wants to integrate with a bank that will be based in Liberland jurisdiction, we want to make it happen. And of course all of these banks are very cryptocurrency friendly, but also they want to be able to accept investments and money from the whole world.
Sure. I have heard that financial institutions are now facing some difficulties concerning cryptocurrencies because they lack these legal systems that allow them to invest into cryptocurrencies, to buy cryptocurrencies. Do you have some examples of solutions that might help these financial institutions?
Well, we know that it's the matter of fact that banking is not the straightest business in the world. And I think the biggest difficulty that is coming from cryptocurrency, it's the way that it's completely honest and completely transparent. And we know that many countries and many central banks and the whole banking systems are broke, and that this is actually popping up. It's getting more and more apparent. And I think the switch from a world of fiat money, where banks are creating money out of nothing, central banks are printing, the quantitative easing is very popular. I think this age of madness in terms of financial money creation into a new age of honest and transparent finances is coming, and that's probably the biggest obstacle that the old system is facing, but it's inevitable.
Okay, and what is your opinion on states issuing coins, I mean cryptocurrencies?
I think it's a great advancement. I think it's the time for that is coming. I know about 2 or 3 already happening examples of that when the state is kind of testing this. And I think, yes, we also want to be leaders of that. We want to play around with new technologies. Maybe Liberland will also start to issue one of these, let's say, Dash or similar currencies of their own, maybe on Ethereum. But that's not the main issue right now. We are using Bitcoin as our reserve currency, so anything that comes inside of Liberland is turned immediately into Bitcoin, and then we use it usually directly as a Bitcoin, or we transfer it through credit card, Bitcoin-backed credit cards into an institution which doesn't accept Bitcoin. But honestly, we are making it happen, like everybody that makes business directly with Liberland as a state basically has to accept Bitcoin right now.
Mm-hmm. What about this kind of question? Some people say that China and Chinese miners are quite heavily influencing Bitcoin and its price. So what is your opinion on this?
Well, of course, there is a big group of people and a very strong lobby of China miners. But on the other hand, I know people that are in support Liberland that mine 10%. Satoshi Pool, for example, of the whole Bitcoin mining. Joby Weeks is also one of the key supporters and founding fathers of Liberland, and his factory for mining Bitcoins also mines around 10% of global supply of Bitcoin. So just 2 people or 2 groups related to Liberland are mining almost 20% of the whole supply of Bitcoin. So it's Liberland versus China right now.
Not bad. Concerning this transferring fiat currencies into Bitcoin, do you have some special IT system that converts it, or how do you deal with it, or do you have some partners that?
Well, we are looking for a solution. Now we found a partner in Croatia for making blockchain-based accounting. That's very important for us because we are always dealing with the problem how to account Bitcoins. Usually the good accounting systems that are functional do not have Bitcoin as an option, which gives us a lot of trouble. So we actually came up with the idea that we are still looking for a good blockchain-based accounting solution that will solve our troubles.
This accounting solution should be for both, say, government institutions and financial institutions, or commercial institutions, or how do you see it?
Well, I think, of course, when we come up with a good solution, it could also be offered commercially. But at this stage, we are looking really for internal accounting for our ministries to be making their deals transparently on blockchain. And I think, for example, it's over. The time of auditing, big auditing firms is over. We've got an honest way how to do business, a completely transparent one with blockchain. And this is what we want to also show. But the solution is not on the market yet. We can just show our blockchain address, and people can see how we are spending the money, but we don't have a way how to really make it like accounting, put it into categories. So I think it needs a little bit of programming, and if there is a solution that we could use right away, I would be very happy for it. And I can tell you that we are already cooperating with a lot of players also here in Russia. I'm very happy that Vadim, the mentor of Blockchain Academy, is actually our representative here in Russia, that we are working already with some companies that do crowdfunding on blockchain here. So I think Russia is a great place to develop these ideas.
Yes, Russia has a lot of quite strong programmers and programming firms. Well, as for the blockchain-based honest business, I have heard a lot about programs and ideas for using blockchain for, well, let's say legal issues and copyright, protecting copywriting and so on and so forth. Could you tell us something new about this?
Well, of course, there is enormous space for these things. For example, we are already working with a company that works on cadastral maps and titles for land on blockchain. I think copyright is also one of the options, but we are not too much copyright friendly in Liberland. Until now, we are not protecting intellectual property the way we protect the regular property. We're trying to find our way how not to slow progress with too much of intellectual property protection.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any further message for our attendees of the CryptoForum Russia?
First of all, we also started testing of our re-residency program now only for Android, but I think it's a nice way how Liberlanders can socialize. You can just download it on Google Play and make friends of Liberland, and you can also provide your services. You will be able to collect Liberland merits, which is our internal currency at this stage. So it's a little bit gamification of creation of whole Liberland. And of course, I invite you to become regular citizens through the process. And yes, it's the time. Liberty is coming, and the technological future is here, and it's great you're part of it.
Спасибо большое Виду. Он у нас сейчас на связи, да, я так понимаю? Сейчас мы... Кстати, вопросы кто-то подготовил Виду. Есть кому что задать вопрос? По Либерленду, как он там валютами пользуется, криптовалютами?
Okay, I can do it like this. Hello, can you see me well?
Сейчас, подожди. Hello, Вид.
Hi, do you hear us? Are you receiving us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you see me well?
Yes, we do. Do you hear us?
I've got just a little bit of unexpected background noise here.
Oh, it's okay.
And am I already on the stage?
Okay, we are ready to start. We just need that somebody will just...
Okay.
На русском, на английском. Удалось ли вам решить вопрос с властями Хорватии и каким образом проживает ли кто-то сейчас в действительности на территории Либерленда? Потому что, насколько я помню, были проблемы с этим.
Okay, the question is, have you solved your problems with the government of Croatia? Because we know that there were some issues, and the second question is, are there any people that live right now in Libland?
Well, of course, there are always some issues when you're starting a new country. I mean, there was never ever a complete, with flawless and without any problem creation of a new country. I think the best one that I can tell you in the history was the separation of Czech Republic and Slovakia. But usually the creation of new countries come with a lot of blood and a lot of dead people. We've got now a nice plan for City on Water. So in 3 weeks from now, we will have at least 12 people living inside of Liberland, and they will be living there permanently. So we will want to have 200 people living inside of Liberland next summer. And of course, I welcome you to come and visit. It's going to be nice. City on Water, lots of boats and lots of houseboats.
Okay, thank you. Когда создается новое государство, всегда возникает очень много проблем. То же самое случилось и с Либерлендом. На данный момент с правительством Хорватии каких-то особо, видимо, острых проблем нет, но проблемы существуют. Также господин Вит упомянул проблемы, которые возникали при разделении Чешской Республики. Собственно, примерно то же самое происходит сейчас с Либерлендом. К сожалению, мы можем это узнать. Could you please repeat the number of residents in Liberland?
A number of residents?
Yes, in Liberland. You said that it was 200, right?
Yeah, we will have 200 next summer. That's the plan.
Next summer.
And they will be living on the water, not inside of the territory. Maybe also inside of the territory, but everything depends on the political climate between us and Croatia. So, you can expect a very big news in 1 month from now. That's something that you want to watch for. I cannot tell you exactly what it will be, but it's going to be a big thing. And definitely I welcome you for 13th of April. There will be a big event inside of Liberland on boats again and on houseboats. That's something you don't want to miss as well. On 13th of April, we are going to celebrate the second year of existence of Liberland.
Okay, thank you. Планируется, что будет проживать 200 человек. Ну, это пока что только в планах, и, насколько я понимаю, они будут проживать... Их проживание сильно зависит от политического климата как раз в регионе, и в том числе от властей Хорватии. Также я рекомендую вам следить внимательно за новостями. Через месяц будет известно... Будет проведен, видимо, какой-то анонс новый, и также 13 апреля произойдет большое событие на территории Либерленда, и если вас действительно интересует жизнь этой страны и ее внутренние дела, то, пожалуйста, найдите время и посетите это мероприятие.
Да, будьте добры, поясните еще, пожалуйста, каким образом осуществляется отбор жителей в Либерленде, кто его осуществляет и кому будет отказано в гражданстве этой республики?
Could you please clarify the process of the choice of the newcomers to Libberland? I mean, who is in charge of choosing who will be the resident of Liberland and who will not?
Well, at this time, everybody who applies for citizenship is considered our e-resident, and anybody can download our mobile app. We are beta testing it. Now it's for free. Maybe in future there will be a small fee for becoming an e-resident, but now it's completely free. And anybody who collects more than 5,000 merits, that means will deliver energy to Liberland in the magnitude of 5,000 merits, which $1 is 1 merit at this stage, or anybody who will donate this kind of money is fully eligible for citizenship, and then he can become a citizen very easy. And anybody who worked for us as a diplomat for last year already got the citizenship and is getting a diplomatic passport right now.
Okay. На самом деле сейчас резидентом этой страны может стать практически любой. На данный момент это бесплатно. В будущем будет предусмотрена небольшая плата. Небольшая плата в размере 5000 либерлендских меритов. Это их внутренняя национальная валюта. На данный момент 1 мерит равняется $1. И также гражданство получают дипломаты, которые сейчас работают в Либерленде и представляют ее дипломатические интересы. По поводу того, кто решает, кто будет, кто не будет резидентом, на данный момент это делается автоматически через мобильное приложение, то есть при выполнении определенных условий, о которых я уже сказала.
Я могу задать вопрос?
Поправьте.
Да, он сказал, что электронный, это разные и резиденция, электронное резидентство, оно бесплатно для всех. Возможно, в последующем будет небольшая маленькая плата. А гражданство это другое, оно стоит 5000 гривен. То есть, чтобы проживать.
Окей, хорошо.
Еще вопрос.
А сколько физически побывало на территории вот этого нового государства людей? Сколько там было?
Просто было?
Было ли вообще там кто-то на территории физически, на территории этого нового государства?
Okay, the question is, has anybody physically been on the territory of this new state? I mean, like anybody.
Of course, there you can see the pictures everywhere. You can see how the first election in Liberland was looking like. Reuters was actually broadcasting it. There was a flag of Liberland for a couple of weeks after Liberland started there. And now we are kind of in this middle stage where we have to do a lot of diplomatic and organizational work to be a fully recognizable country. And I think we are on a very good way to do that. But of course, there were people living inside of Liberland for many weeks, and there are also people constantly visiting now, and we will have a permanent settlement with this city on water, or Liberland on water, starting fully next season.
Okay, thank you. Да, там было достаточно много народу, и в том числе первые выборы, которые проводились на территории Либерленда, они транслировались публично. Также сейчас существует определенное количество людей, которые постоянно посещают Либерленд. Ну и в будущем планируется, что будет построен город на воде, где как раз жители будут обитать.
Поясните, пожалуйста, с какой целью курс внутренней валюты привязан к курсу доллара? Для чего это нужно?
Could you please specify why do you equal your internal currency, I mean Liberland merits, why do you equal them to $1, to dollars at all?
It is very easy for people to understand that. They can very easily use it, and they know how much value they gave to Liberland or how many taxes they basically paid. So that was the main reason for it.
Okay, thank you. Это сделано просто для удобства людей, чтобы они понимали, сколько денег они вкладывают в Либерленд, сколько они тратят и сколько налогов они платят.
Если съемочная группа из России захочет снять репортаж о вашем государстве, вы гарантируете то, что она попадет на территорию вашей страны, как президент и сможет осуществить съемку?
Let's imagine that a group of journalists from Russia would love to visit your land, Liberland, and make shooting, and just to show the living of Liberland. Could you offer this opportunity?
Could I offer what?
Could you offer an opportunity for a group of Russian journalists to come to Liberland and to
could I offer again? Sorry. Could I offer?
Oh, we have problems?
Yeah, well, of course we are welcoming tourists. Just 2 days ago, there was a team of journalists that did a nice drone footage of the whole area. They visited Liberland with boats from Serbia. So we have got journalists coming almost every single week right now from different world media, and we will have a big event. Bigger event on 14th of November inside of Liberland, and maybe even bigger on 5th of December. So if you have some journalists that would like to visit Liberland and do some shooting, they are very welcome.
Okay, thank you. Уже было несколько групп журналистов, и они делали внутреннюю съемку, и можно, например, выбраться туда 5 декабря, и любые журналисты будут... Господин Вит поприветствует любых журналистов, и, в принципе, это можно сделать.
Да, границы открыты, и можно сюда приезжать и регистрироваться, как жители. Спасибо большое, коллеги. Вит, thank you. We are finished.
Thank you very much for having me.
Давайте поаплодируем, чтобы он услышал.
Hope to see you in Liberland as well. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.